we have some unfortunate news that the body of an Indian national who was missing in Turkey since the 6th of February earthquake has now been found, and this is among the debris of a hotel in the Malatya region where he was on a business trip. Let's just try and get you some more details. This is an Indian businessman. He was missing since the 6th of October. He's the lone Indian caught in this devastating Turkey earthquake on Monday, and his body has been found under the rubble of a 24-story hotel in Malatya city. This is in the eastern and Anatolia region early on Saturday. Let's go across to my colleague Tanushree Pandey, who is on the ground there. Tanushree, you can confirm this news that we do know that there was one Indian there and the search was on for him, for any information on him about his whereabouts. You are now confirming that he has now been killed in the Turkey quake?
That's right, Sarah. It's extremely unfortunate. And now government sources have also confirmed to us that Kumar's body was found under the rubble of Afsar Hotel. This is a 4-star hotel in Malatya where he was staying after landing in the country on January 23. He came here for a project work and he had to be here till the mid-February. He is a native of Pauri Garhwal in Uttarakhand and a gas pipeline installation. He's a gas pipeline installation engineer with a Bengaluru-based Oxy plant India in Pinia Industrial Estate. Kumar was incommunicado from Monday. In fact, he spoke to the Indian ambassador to Turkey, Virender Paul, who confirmed that there were no casualties of any Indian national. But now government sources have confirmed to us that Kumar's body has been found under the rubble of Afsar Hotel. I'll tell you, Sarah, that it's the day 6 of rescue in Turkey, and the rescuers are saying that with each passing second, now the chances of rescuing people alive from under the debris is getting slim. Second, it's because it's next to impossible almost to be surviving under the debris without any food or water. That's why the rescuers are saying that the harsh reality on the ground is that all they expect to find now are the dead bodies. Anybody who could have been saved have already been rescued alive. His family members are in Uttarakhand. They have identified his body from a tattoo on Kumar's left arm with photographs sent from the rescue site. So the rescuers who were on the rescue site, they have sent a picture of his crushed body to his family members in Uttarakhand. They have identified the body with the tattoo which was on Kumar's left arm. And this morning, I'll also tell you, Sarah, that this morning his important documents were found from under the debris of this Afsar hotel, but the body was still to be found. And now, just a short while back, the body has also been recovered, and now they are going to send it to the hospital, and then preparations will be made to send the body back to India. Back to you, Sarah.
What an absolutely uphill task, Tanushree, not just first pulling out bodies, identifying bodies. There are so many countries involved with this rescue and relief operation, and then identifying him while family is back home here in India, doing all of this online, finally getting a confirmation, as you say, because of a tattoo on his left arm. Now that he has been confirmed, what happens next? The process of his body will be brought home?
That's right. He will be, the mortal remains of the international will be sent back to India. In fact, the MEA is already in the process. They have spoken to the Turkish government as to how, to expedite the process. And this is extremely unfortunate. Till yesterday, there were no casualties of any Indian national in the earthquake which devastated Turkey and Syria completely. And we are on the ground zero, Sarah, and we can tell you that we have run out of words to explain the layers of devastation and human tragedy which we are witnessing on the ground firsthand. We met children and hundreds and thousands of children who have lost their families, their homes. They are now being taken care by the Turkish government. They are living in IFAD camps, and even the camps have been made in a makeshift, makeshift situation, so that the camps are also not in a good situation, and that's the maximum the Turkish government can do right now, because And we can totally understand because thousands of people have already died. The death toll stands at least 24,000. That's including Turkey and Syria. But in Turkey alone, more than 20,000 people have died. Thousands of people have been displaced. And right now, the government is not just looking into the rescue operation, but they're also trying to rehabilitate these people because, Sarah, it's extremely cold. The weather, the temperature here is harsh. And that's why the government is ensuring that at least the people who have survived this tragedy, they do not, they at least, they can be put in a, they can at least survive the chilly nights and the days in Turkey. But I am right now confirming, government sources have confirmed us that the first casualty of an Indian national in the Turkey earthquake has been reported, and now the mortal remains of Kumar, who belong to Uttarakhand Pauri Garhwal area, will be sent back in a day or two. The process has already started. The Indian government, the Indian ambassador to Turkey, Virinder Paul, has already spoken to the Turkish government, and the process is being expedited because the body, and it's very sad and tragic and unfortunate that we have to report in situations like this, but the body has been totally crushed, Tara, and they have to put it, in a coffin, and they have to send it back, the mortal remains of Kumar, to India.
And Tanushree, he is the only lone Indian casualty so far, but do we know if there are any other Indians still expected in Turkey or missing that we're on the lookout for?
Well, what we are learning from NEA is that there are no more Indians who were reported to be here in Turkey or in Syria at the time of the earthquake. There are no Indians missing as well. This was the only person who was missing. His family members informed the Indian government that he went to Turkey on a project which he had to take up, and now his phone is not reachable. That's what his family informed the Indian government about 24 hours after the earthquake. As of now, the Indian ambassador has confirmed to us that there are no more such missing reports or no more information. At least the Indian government has no more information as to if any Indian national is here on the ground on the land of Turkey when the earthquake struck. This is the lone casualty on the Indian side, where a man traveled for an assignment to Turkey, for a project to Turkey, and now his body has been found from the rubble, from the debris of a hotel where he was staying.
And Tanushree, lastly, how are you doing right now? You've been reporting that there are still some aftermath, some tremors that are being felt on the ground just as early as a little while ago.
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, the only hotel which is now functional in Gaziantep province, which is the epicenter where my colleague Uma Shankar Singh and I were staying. In fact, that hotel also developed cracks. And I'll quickly tell you, Sarah, that there were 3 aftershocks. There were 3 earthquakes yesterday, back to back. And that's why, that precisely has become a situation to worry about. There are many buildings whose base have become weaker after they can actually collapse at any point of time. So the buildings have collapsed, that's of course a situation, but there are thousands of buildings which are on the verge of collapsing. That's why the government is saying that everybody has to be absolutely cautious. And in fact, where we are right now, Hatay province, one of the worst affected areas, tremors were being felt just a short while back, and that's why the Turkish army asked the manual rescuers to stay away from the buildings, and only machines and equipment were being used to pull out the debris so that if anybody is alive can be taken out. And I'll also tell you that the rescuers are also doing a silent work so that if anybody is alive under the debris, their voices can be heard. So that's why the rescuers are asking everybody around the area to be absolutely quiet, and pin drop silence is being maintained by the citizens as well. Traffic is being stopped so that rescuers can hear the voices from under the debris. But coming back to your question of how we are doing, thank you for asking that, Sarah. But I mean, it's our job to be here and to be reporting on the layers of the devastation and the human cost. We definitely will be coming back. We hope to come back safely. But the kind of tragedy the people, the Turkish people and the Syrian people have been struck with, it's unimaginable, unprecedented, and unbelievable. We really hope that they get the strength to recover from this kind of a tragedy. Back to you.